Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning on Facebook Live. I'm Anna Rivera, and I'm in Robeson County right now. We are on the corner of Wiregrass Road and Pinewood Road. This is a kind of desolate area, but we have seen a lot of cars in the area, and there are also several homes as well. I do want to show you that the road is still blocked. Now, what we know so far is that officers were searching for, we're going off of tips that they had gotten in for the Hania Aguilar case. You may remember she's the 13-year-old girl who was abducted from her home in Lumberton. And when they were following these leads, that's when they came across a body. Now, they do continue to reiterate that they do not have confirmation yet if this body is Hania Aguilar, that 13-year-old who was abducted. At this point, they are still waiting to identify that body and get positive identification before they make any official announcement. They have said that they did reach out to Hania's family, though, and they are aware that this body was found. And we spoke with that family last night. They told us that they are obviously hoping and praying that this body is not Hania Aguilar, that they will still find her alive. But again, at this point, still unclear if that body was hers. Now, we've seen the surveillance videos come out of all of this too. The FBI has gotten several surveillance videos of a man in dark clothing. They do believe he was wearing a yellow bandana at the time of the kidnapping as well. And they were actually asking for surveillance video in this area. They were asking for any deer stand video or any type of surveillance video that you may have on your home. They were trying to go through all of that in this area. So this has been an area that they have been searching for quite some time, looking for tips. For some reason, this is definitely an area of concern for them, and they have been actively working to look into that. We also know that the Robeson County Superintendent says that they are also waiting to see if there will be confirmation on whether or not that body is Hania Aguilar's, to see if they will need grief counselors in the schools, because if it is indeed that, her body, they are going to make sure that those students are fully supported, because of course she was in middle school in the Robeson County school system. So they are working to make sure that all of those students have what they need, because this has obviously been a 3-week search for this young girl, and it's been very taxing on not only those students but all of the community as they've continued to call in tips and try to get to know more about what exactly happened. A couple weeks ago, they did find the vehicle. She was, according to police, she was pushed into the vehicle that was owned by one of her family members, and that is when she was taken, and they eventually found the vehicle, but they did not find Hania, which has been devastating for this community as they have tried to figure out why and what's going on and who would do such a thing. Again, that person was in all dark clothing and a yellow bandana when this happened, and they've been trying to piece together with surveillance video what exactly happened and what happened after she was taken. We have talked to the family several times, and they say that they continue to have hope even after all of this. I do want to try to push down a little bit further. Where her body was found, this is Wiregrass Road. You can't see where exactly her body was found. We're about a mile to a mile and a half away from the exact scene, but you can see that there are houses along this road. This isn't exactly a completely deserted road. We've seen a lot of cars trying to get down this road as well, but police are blocking it off only for traffic that needs to get. They're letting people get to their homes and everything, but they're not letting through traffic get through this way this morning, which we've seen a lot of cars have to turn around. This is near where she went to school, and this is also near where she was abducted. She was abducted from a mobile park home where she lives with her family. So again, what we know so far is that there was a body found when FBI and other officials were searching and following leads on the Hania Aguilar case. They have not positively identified that body as hers, but they have reached out to her family, and her family is aware that they have found that body. But the family tells us they are still holding out hope that it is not her body, and that they will find her alive. But we do know that the body was taken from the scene last night, and they are now going through and trying to figure out if that is her body. So we should know more. Hopefully there's no timeline as to when we'll get that identification or not. So we are still working to gather more details and bring them to you as soon as possible. So stay with ABC 11, both on air on abc11.com, and of course I'll have it on my Twitter and Facebook pages as we begin to know more and figure out if that body was in fact 13-year-old Hania Aguilar's.